Today I wanted to talk about leaders bringing up or mentoring other leaders. It's a special kind of leader who can help another person lead. So this is for you if you are mentoring someone, be that a student or another professional. As Webster defines it, a mentor is a trusted counselor or guide. In this case, a counselor is not like a therapist, but just someone who is able to give good advice. You are therefore creating, in essence, a trusting relationship where you guide someone to achieve something that you already have achieved. I think so fondly of my early mentors. When I was a little baby pharmacist 25 years ago, I was so lucky to have a group of women, older women pharmacists, who basically brought me up and raised me to be the successful, well-adjusted pharmacist I am today. They taught me so many important lessons about work and life, such as, number one, you get more flies with sugar than you do with honey. You get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Number two, you have to give a little to get a little. And number three, if you're going to eat candy, eat until you are completely satisfied, not stuffed, but satisfied. I still practice today what they preached. Their words serve me well to this day, and what stays with me more than their words is their intentions. These women who I just met during my first job as a pharmacist cared about me and my success. They wanted me to do well at work, get along with my coworkers, and have a good work-life balance so I could have a long, satisfying career, which I have had, largely in part to these women. I've had many mentors throughout my career, but not a lot of good ones. Good mentorship, like good leadership, is a rare commodity. Now I will pass on to you some wisdom of my own. Let's suppose you are a pharmacy leader who is training or mentoring one or more pharmacists to do what you do. Number one, let them do the tough stuff. Don't just have them work the prescription line. They will do that, of course, but don't just throw them there and watch them work and call that mentoring. They all know how to fill prescriptions. They don't yet know the nuances of being a good leader. So let them solve problems. That's one of the hard things. This could be a scheduling issue, a conflict between the technicians, or maybe a customer complaint. You know what I mean by the tough stuff. So it's the stuff you think only you can take care of. Ask the one you are mentoring for their input. What do they think would be a good solution? What have they noticed maybe that you haven't? Talk the solutions through with them. Listen to what they say, give feedback, and if you really want to be a good mentor, let them do some, if not all, of the solution implementation. Number two, build their confidence. When people are allowed to solve problems and make decisions, it builds their confidence. You will be building their confidence by letting them do the tough stuff, as I mentioned in number one. Offer feedback on whatever value they added to the problem solving. And that means verbally, not just in your head. So tell them what you liked about their idea. If they did a good job, say handling a customer complaint, for example, tell them, I know this stuff is hard to do, confrontation's really tricky, but you did it. You kept your cool, you listened to the customer, and I could tell that they were really satisfied by the end of it. People don't always know that what they are doing is right or wrong. You have to tell them. It doesn't diminish you in any way to verbally encourage others. So letting someone do the tough stuff says, I think you can do this. I believe in you. You're giving them credit. By doing the first two things, letting them do the tough stuff and finding ways to build their confidence, you are holding that person to a high standard. When you believe in someone, they start to believe in themselves. Funny how that works, right? Which is really the point, one of the points of mentoring. If they don't want to step up and handle something, encourage them to do so. Have their back. You'll be there if they fail. Remind them that the road to success will always include so much failure. I remember another good mentor I had. Her name was Linda. She had her own business. It was a consulting business, and I worked with her in nursing homes doing chart reviews, mainly looking for chemical restraints. And I was in a nursing home in the inner city, and I witnessed an employee of that facility get really rough with one of the people that lived there. And I was just like, it was so shocking to me. So I went to my boss and I said, Linda, this is what I saw. He was roughing up this patient. I don't know what to do. And I was hoping she'd just say, oh, I'll take care of it. But she didn't. She made me do the follow-up, call the people that were in charge of such and such things. She encouraged me. We talked through it, but she made me do it. I didn't want to, but I'm really glad she did, because that was one of the hardest things I've had to do as a professional, and it really helped me gain perspective and understand the difference between what right and wrong and how you can stand up for something in a clear, articulate way. So I really do appreciate that she did that for me. So we have let them do the tough stuff, help build their confidence when you can, hold them to a high standard. And then, this is only if you're really the best mentor ever, is don't hold them back even if they are better than you. And this is a tough one. One day, if you are really lucky, you will encounter someone who will exceed your expectations. This can be threatening, but it does not mean you don't have anything to teach someone who you know might end up running the company one day. You do have something to teach them, so keep that in mind. Everyone always has something to learn, no matter how good they are, how smart, how talented, how successful. Honor their genius. Don't ever try to hold them back or talk bad to them to your boss. Besides, here's the bottom line. If they are super talented and a good person, which really, those are the only ones that get really far and stay there anyway, they'll get ahead with or without you. So you're better off being the one that helped rather than hinder their trajectory. Push that talented little baby bird out of the nest, even though you know one day she or he will outfly you one day. So if you are training and mentoring another leader, take it seriously. Your impact on that person will stay with them their entire career. They will remember you, just like I remember my early mentors. Make those memories good ones. You are valuable to that person. You make an impact. Your words matter. Your actions matter. You play a key role in bringing up the pharmacist that does something. You may play a key role in bringing up that pharmacist that does something remarkable, and that's really something to be truly proud of. The leader of the next leaders is truly the best leader of all. Thanks for watching.